everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Camelia from Calcedonia Sewing. Welcome back to a new video. In this video I would like to share with you my thoughts on making the Taika dress from named patterns. In one of my last videos I was sharing that this piece of fabric was to be made in a dress, and originally I had a viscose pattern in my mind, but this was the Taika dress from named was I was considering to make it. So in the end I did make the Taika dress. So I want to share with you what I did as pattern changes, only just a few small ones, and my general thoughts about this pattern. And also here I think I'm going to show you my pictures with the dress, because then you can see it how long it is. I cannot show it like this. So okay, so I was really excited to read that Named is going to release a few patterns. I have their latest two books, and they have really nice patterns. It's not like I like all of them or I love all of them, but there are quite a few that are really to my liking. So when I saw this dress, this went immediately on my shopping bag, together with the other one that is made in you know, like the t-shirt dress with that unusual neckline. I don't know the name anymore. So these are the patterns that I bought from their latest release. The Taika dress, and I did search on Google how you pronounce that and also what it means. I think in English it means magic. It's a really nice dress. I really like it. It's really feminine and very nice. So it has quite a few details, and I'm going to put here a picture with the technical drawing of the dress. In their own modeled dress, and also in my dress, because of the print, I think it's pretty difficult to see the details. But the dress, it has here, this is a panel, two panels, which are getting gathered here in the under the bust, and then the rest of the bodice and the skirt are starting from here all the way down. There are four panels in the front, and the center back is cut on the fold, and then two side panels, and the back has also a very nice rounded line here with gathers at the center. I really like this feature. It's very nice. So size wise, I started with the size with their size 40, and this was my test garment. And this was my test garment because this fabric, this is a precious fabric, is an Atelier Jupe fabric from Minerva, gifted by Minerva. And of course I had to make a test garment first to see how I like it, or not how I like it, because I like the design, but how I'm fitting the size. So based on my measurements, to be honest, I followed what I did last with the viscose pattern with that shirt, and I went with choosing the size by taking the upper bust measurement, and based on that I was fitting in their size 40, and actually also for the waist and the hips I went with a size 40 because I was fitting according to the size chart. And but I was thinking, well, you know, to be sure, I'm just going to blend to a 42 here at the bust, and then back to the 40 at the waist. And this is what I did. That pattern I mean with the 42 here, and then back to the 40 I used to make my test garment. And based on that, well, when I had this one on, I did have here some extra under the arm, some extra fabric that it was bunching, not bunching, but it was too much fabric. It was easy to see that it was too much fabric. But the interesting part was that the armhole was perfect, the 42 armhole length here, because you can see here on my pattern, I went here to the 42, this is the 40, I went to the 42, and then I did blend here to the 40, but in the end I kept only the length of the armhole, because this one was really, is perfect. It's also as lengthwise, and also it's really perfect. So I kept the length of the 42 and then just took off the extra what I had originally here on the front and the back. Something else that I noticed on my test garment was that the shoulders, they were a little bit hanging from my shoulder points, so I just pinched a little bit and put it on again, and it was like 1 centimeter. You can see here I've made the adjustment. I always use, you know, a little bit colored paper to see exactly what are the adjustments I made. Try to say that fast. And a small shoulder, a narrow shoulder adjustment here of 1 centimeter. And bringing back at the bust to a 40. I really like that the under bust seam is really sitting under my bust, so that's a good thing. But something that I noticed here in the test garment was that actually this was really fitting over my little belly here. So I wanted a little bit of space. I just opened the side panels here. As you can see here, these are open, and I just let it relax to see how much I need to add. And in the end, you can see it because I added, of course, also in a different kind of paper. At the end, I just blended here. I think I added maybe 1 centimeter at the fullest part on both. Let me see where is the front. This is the side. As you can see here, I added just a little bit and then blended back to the original 40 size. And that gave me a little bit of space here. It's not so tight anymore. So that is for the front. Just adding a little bit of space here at my belly. And for the back, you know, as you can see here, I hope you can see, I'm going to put pictures and with a little of details. Here they are the gathers here in the back. But my test garment, and you can see here that is pinned. I hope you can see, I don't know if you can see because of this crazy print. But I'm going to take the pins out. And you see that because I mean a sway back adjustment I'm making in almost all my garments that I'm sewing. This is of course now creased, but because the back, even on the mannequin, the back is too long. Maybe you can see this. Because the back was too long, everything was hanging here, and that is not, it's really not a nice look. I had the same on my Elodie dress from Closet Core Patterns. Even if this is made to have the gathers and needs to be a little bit loose, I think it's important also on their own dress. The dress is sitting nice and straight here, and the fullness is only just for decoration and not, you know, hanging. So because this was really hanging here, it was really a lot of fabric, I just pinched a little bit and then tried it on, and in the end I made a sway back adjustment. Let me see. So I took like I did take 1 inch almost from the length, from the back length. That's a little bit longer than my usual, but if I'm thinking now that also their patterns are designed for 1.72 meters, and I'm only 169. So I added here, I made the sway back adjustment and then put it back on the straight of grain to get it on the fold. And I did not take here anything, I think, no, this is still size 40, because I was thinking if I have a little bit of fullness here, anyway, everything is coming here in those gathers, and this is going to be okay. One thing I did also change was to, after I put this on, I realized that it was still a little bit too much space here on the between the center panel and the side panels. So I just shaved a little bit of the panels. This, of course, you cannot see, or maybe you can see. I just shaved a little bit on both the center panel and the side back panel, just to give me just a little bit more shaping on the back. And it's not skin tight, as you can see. I still have a little of space here, but it does come really nice if I stay so. As you can see that it's not hanging, or I don't know, so it's perfect. So those were the changes for the back, only making a sway back adjustment and then a little bit more shaping here on the princess seams. This is great with this pattern because with all those seaming on the back, so here on the hips, there is really easy to change, and also of course on the front, like my problem, it was really to add a little bit of space only on the belly and not go too much to the side. Those were the pattern changes I made, so actually very easy. What did I do more? Oh, for the buttons, the construction is really cool actually. The button band is coming all the way from the shoulder, and the construction is that you make so the button bands are coming to the shoulder, and then you put the shoulders together with there is a difference. The back shoulder line is 1 centimeter longer, because then you put the back facing, and that is making a really nice flushed edge here on the neckline. It's really nice construction, also a little bit different than I'm used with, but I really liked it. With the sleeves, you know, I was not sure if I'm going to like the sleeves with the elastic and stuff, but they're really sweet. I really like them, so I'm going to keep them. They are really nice. To be honest, I'm not sure what kind of width for the elastic they are asking for, but they do say make the tunnel for 1 centimeter, and while I was sewing, I was thinking maybe it's a little bit better to make it, because my elastic was 1 centimeter wide, to make the tunnel like 13 millimeters wide. But that was later. In the end, I used thinner elastic to make it easier to put it in my 1 centimeter tunnel. For the buttons, I used covered buttons. I mean, I covered my buttons, but you know, now I realize that maybe it's because of the style of the buttons, it does get a little bit I don't know, open. So to make it sit straight, I think I need to add one more button, but I don't have enough buttons at the moment, so I'll have to buy some more, and then to make buttonholes, to add a few buttons more. I think it's going to look even nicer with a few extra buttons. And for the rest, the length is perfect. You'll see in the pictures that how long the dress is. It's really perfect. I like it. Oh, and I was thinking that it can be also really great as a top. This is cut exactly on the hip line, so I think if adding just a few centimeters for a hem will make a really cute top also. I used I think the full 3 meters of this rayon from Minerva, so it was enough without stressing or anything, for size 40, and I think they do advise also something like that in their fabric requirements. And for the rest, the facing, I'm going to put a picture here how it's looking. I finished the edge of the facing with the interfacing. I have a video here on YouTube on how to do that. It's a really very neat finishing for a back facing like this. And yeah, that's it. So this is my Taika dress. I'm really very happy with it. It was also a very enjoyable project to make, with all those details, a little bit of gathering, although I hate gathers, but they are not so much, so it was not a pain to make them. So yeah, these are my thoughts on Taika blouse. I'm a blouse dress. I don't know why they call it a blouse dress, because there is also only the option for the dress. There is a shirt dress. I don't know, but it's a really cool dress. So my next video is going to be on showing you the few projects I made this week, including this dress. You're going to see it again. And I really want to make a video about my serger and about the 5 most things I'm using my serger for, the 5 functions I'm using the most. I think it's nice to share that. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see all the next videos that are coming here. I hope you liked my review. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And don't forget to like the video, because then I know that you enjoyed it, watching it. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.